1-2, Jazz drills this one right center field, line drive, and it goes off the base of the wall. Not enough height. 1-2. One off the end of the bat. Jazz racing in and diving. Did he hang on? He did. What a play by Jazz in center.
Well, that was one of the things Skip talked about in the spring, the improved routes, the improved defense that Jazz showed in center field. And you talked about it earlier, Paul. Remember last year it was all new to him out there. So great job, great jump and concentration as well to hang on.
This one out towards center. Jazz coming in, diving, and makes another great play out in center field. 2 days in a row, Jazz diving to take away hits.
You know, we've seen a couple of catches. You mentioned the one last night, this one here, that I'm not so sure early in the year, last year, he makes them. But got great jumps last night and tonight, lays out and hangs on.
Only 2 for the Marlins last year. And this is a fly ball out to deep right center. He's got a granny today. Jazz Chisholm Jr. blows it open in the first.
Yeah, I got that Jazz Chisholm shirt today.
Yeah, word will travel fast, that's for sure. 1-2. Yeah, word travels fast that he's pretty darn good too. That's a base hit right field. Here comes the throw. Bell rounding third and got around the tag. Derby here, his own home run derby. Ties things at 1, and now Jazz with the drag bunt. Goldschmidt doesn't have a play. Utilizing that speed, Jazz gets a board on the day. And a 4-1 lead. Jazz tries the bunt again. This time bunts it over Lynn. Tried the drag bunt. And Jazz goes after the first one, sends the ball high and deep out toward right field, and that is the jolt the Marlins need in the first inning. A 3-run homer from Jazz.
Well, exactly what the Marlins needed. Some early runs, not just good positive vibe for the offense, but also
33-39.
Jazz ripping one out toward right field and off the glove of Acuna Jr. Bell will come in to score. Even though Acuna got into center. Jazz coming in, dives and makes the catch. What a play by Jazz to take away a hit, maybe extra bases. One away here in the 7th.
And Jazz got them sweet shoes on tonight too. Maybe that helped him get that good jump, that good break. He left his feet, made a real nice grab. And Jazz starting to acquit himself very nicely in center field.
That's up the middle. That's through for a base hit. Anderson going to come around. And Jazz with the RBI to give the Marlins a 2-1 lead here in the 4th.
Here. Get down.
Back behind short. Swanson. He's not going to get there. Perfectly placed.
He lost it in the sun too.
And Arise will score. Matt Olson into center. Jazz diving to make the play.
We've seen Jazz make about 6 or 7 of those diving, sprawling catches this year where he comes in and takes a single away. And the only reason and the only way you make the play is you get a great jump.
And this one is in the air out toward fairly deep left center field, carrying off the top of the wall and out of here. A first inning grand slam for Jazz.
And so then he pauses a little bit.
This time, Not so slow. This one out toward right center and carrying all the way out of here. A 2-run home run for Jazz. A 1-run game in the 6th.
The Jazz may be saying something like, wait on this.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Jazz out toward left center field. That will get down. Arise coming around third. He'll score. De La Cruz to third. RBI single for Jazz. And here it comes from Sears. Out toward center field. Estiori Ruiz going back. He's got to play this one off the wall. That kept carrying out there. Jazz thinking about 3. Ruiz bobbled it on the track. And Jazz gets to third standing. He went up and over the mound to make a play in foul territory. Jazz out to left field. That's a base hit. Here comes the throw from Brown. It's off the mark, and Jazz will get to second base. Marlins tack on. Will Smith line drive center. Jazz dives and makes the catch. He dives in. He makes that grab 10 times out of 10. That's the first out. Berger will follow. Bell, Sanchez, Anderson, Gordon, Brujan, and Bethancourt. First pitch swinging. Jazz with a high fly ball. Deep right center field, and the Marlins are on the board first. Wasting no time.
Didn't we say about the stars coming out in Hollywood? Get me over fastball, 95. That was crushed.
Skip talked about it before the game today. Knowing by the PNC Club right behind home plate, 10 rows up or something like that. And as much baseball as we see, it is a different speed. You're right. You know who else has a different speed? Jazz. Little tapper, and he's going to reach.
Baez swings and he gets a line drive to center field. On comes Chisholm. He dives, and did he make the catch? He did. And the inning is over.
Hey, Jazz making a sliding play. Popped up, shallow center, and Jazz dives and makes the catch. Tremendous play by Jazz in center to take a hit, maybe extra bases, and perhaps a run off the board.
A diving catch by Jazz Chisholm Jr. to rob Mark Vientos of a base hit.
Imanaga, 7 more scoreless innings today. That's driven to deep right center field. Marte can only watch this one go. Jazz Chisholm with a home run to tie the game. 6th home run of the season for Chisholm, and it's 2-2 in the 3rd.
Well, let me see. I'm trying to figure out if it's an El Dorado or a Fleetwood. But he got it. Fastball down, inner half. Not.
Who homered back in the 3rd, his 6th of the year. And he grounds one toward the right side hole, and that goes through for a base hit. Lopez comes in to score. Chisholm drives in his 2nd run of the game. And now it's 7-4. That's ripped past McNeil into right center, a base hit for Chisholm. And that'll bring in a run. They were going to stop Brujan at 3rd, but the Mets made no effort.
And Jazz sends one out to right and clears the wall. Leadoff home run for Jazz. Hitters count, and he did what hitters do, 1-0.
Well, 3-1 count. Jazz took advantage of it. Peralta was unable to command that fastball and just jumped all over the 3-1 pitch. Number 7.
Thank you very much. Here's Jazz. Jazz fly ball center. Carroll going back, and he won't get there. Base of the wall. That'll score Berger. Jazz on his way to 2nd, and he's going to make the turn to 3rd. Safe.
Oh my goodness, what a slide, Jazz.
Jazz gets all of this one way out toward right field. Long gone. Solo home run to tie it here in the 3rd.
You don't think he was sitting on that change piece?
Wow.
He threw in one too many change pieces. And I know Jazz was sitting on a 2-0. Usually you're sitting on a fastball 2-0, but not the Prince, not Jazz. He did it the other day.
Sharply hit off the glove of Cronenworth, trickles into right. Fortes with 2 outs off on the crack of the bat. He'll score.
And Jazz did get a breaking pitch. It was a slider, and he hit it like he was looking for it. A couple of days.
Jazz out toward right. Castellanos going back and over his head. Lopez coming around third. He'll score. Jazz on his way to third. Save with a triple. This one out toward right center field, and it's going to get down. Lopez on his way to third, and he is going to come on home. Jazz heading toward third. He'll get there. RBI triple for Jazz. 8-1 Marlins.
He hit that one on the sweet part of the bat.
First pitch swinging is Semien. Sends this one out toward left center field. Back goes Jazz. Leaps and he makes the catch. Gets tangled up in the chain link fence, but he hangs on for a great play to start the ball game.
Well, I tell you what, too, Paul, that is territory that he is familiar with. Remember, that's in a similar area that he injured that toe.
Jazz to second and through, a base hit. Berger rounds third, and he's going to come in and score. Marlins take a 3-2 lead in the Tuesday night. 3 night games before heading off to D.C. for the weekend. Jazz with a fly ball, deep center field, and this game is tied.
Here comes that Euro step. 91 miles.
If he can get through Chisholm. And Jazz, though, hits it the other way for a base hit, and that'll bring in a run as De La Cruz comes in to score. So Chisholm, with his second hit of the night, gets the Marlins to within.
Left arm pitch.
Chisholm unloads one to center field deep. Bader takes a look, but that ball's gone. Jazz Chisholm with his 10th home run of the year. Second solo shot tonight for Miami, and it's 2-0. So after a bunt hit his last time up, Chisholm goes long distance. And it's 2-0 Miami.
C.J. Abrams 0 for 1. Fly ball to center. Jazz started back. Now he's got to race in, and he makes the catch. What a recovery there for Jazz. He went back a few steps.
It's good to have speed. Abrams is a guy that's not big in stature, but he has hit quite a few home runs this year, and obviously Jazz was fooled by the swing. He went back, and then he had to recover and sprint in to make a diving, sprawling catch.
Ken Griffey, Jr. and Sr.
That would be it.
Check swing roller. Parker comes up empty, and the Marlins will tie it up.
That'll be a base hit, too.
Two and one. And that's a fair ball down the line. That'll tie the game, and Jazz on his horse, on his way to second. The ball got stuck in the corner, and he's heading toward third with an RBI triple.
Get that split grip or that fork.
Jazz flips it back behind first, and it gets down. And flying home is Vidal Brujan. Bloop base hit with a ribby for Jazz. 5-0. Smith brings home another 0-2. Right back to Smith. Knocks it down, tries to find it, throws to first, and that one gets by Pasquantino. Gordon scores, and the Marlins take a 2-1. And Jazz up the middle, base hit. Fortes being waved around third, and he's going to come in to score. More 2-out Marlin magic. Ground ball up the middle, a base hit. Great battle for Jazz. Another 2-out run for the Marlins. And it's still first and third.
Well,
Line to center. Jazz dives and makes the catch. What a grab by Jazz coming in to take a hit. And if it gets by him, extra bases away from Stott.
Jazz had a heck of a jump on this one. A sinking line drive off the bat of Stott. He was committed all the way to make that catch.
2-1. Into right field and down for a base hit. That'll get the Marlins on the board. Gordon will get back to second base on the throw in from right. Jazz makes it 2-1. And Vaughn on 0-2 sends it to deep left center field. Jazz climbing the wall and making the catch. What an outstanding grab by Jazz as he slammed into the wall and hauls it in for the second out.
Right at the PNC side, and Jazz pulled it down. That is tremendous.
3-2 from Dubin. And Jazz out toward right field. Long gone into the second deck. A home run to lead off the 5th inning.
He just loves hitting in this ballpark. I believe that's now 4 hits in Great American Ballpark, excuse me, Minute Maid Park, and they're all homers.
And he drives one to deep right field, headed toward the wall and out of here. Jazz Chisholm with a 3-run homer to put the Marlins in front. 13th home run of the year for Chisholm. And the long ball plagues Christian Scott yet again. 3-1 Miami.
To right center, you're still trying to get that bad hit out.
Ground ball, base hit into center field. 1 run is in. Gordon right behind him. And Jazz on his way to second. He'll get there. A hustle double for Jazz. The Marlins plate. Having the infield in usually boosts a hitter's batting average. He bounces it over Urias, and that'll score 1. Here comes Gordon around third. Jazz to second. And he gets there, driving home.
And now all of a sudden he's doing it verbally, talking with the guys, explaining the game, what they need to do.
This one slicing away from Jazz, who dives and makes the catch on the track. What a dazzling play by Jazz.
It's like he knew what he was going to do. And it's right here. You can see it. I'm getting it. I know where I'm at. I see the wall. Full extension on the dive. What a play.
And Jazz puts it in his back pocket. Wow. Doesn't have to face him a second time. That might help too. Jazz in the gap, dives and makes the play the other way. 2 tremendous grabs for Jazz. 1 to his right, 1 to his left. Now, how about the day for Jazz to right center, a diving play? What a series.
Well, he's getting more and more comfortable out there in center field, and you just see the confidence level.